matter. But aside from that, we are going to speak Liverpool net spend a bit later. But I wanted to touch on Arsenal a little bit, boys, because they've had a bid. This just seems weird to me, this report. Could be true, might be untrue, but it says here they've had a bid, 51 million rejected for the Napoli striker. At the same time, Jesus is available for 42 million. So I don't get why they're putting this bid in if it is indeed true. But one of the biggest bits that came out today from Charles Watts, trusted Arsenal journalist, unless you're Lee Gunner don't like any of them, right? Has stated that Arsenal are looking, and I'm actually going to go to my own reply to this because I want to make sure, sometimes I want to make sure that I'm not misrepresenting what was said here. Let me just go because I replied to it earlier. I haven't had a reply to my reply because they didn't like it. But it says here that according to Charles Watts, there is a sense inside Arsenal that they want to make sales, know how much cash they can generate before kicking on and buying players in the summer transfer window. And I see smiles from people that, like, my first thought was this. These men went on after that good that good run of like 3 months winning games. The Cronkies have turned the corner. The Cronkies are great owners. Surely, if this is true, they've got to sell before they buy at this critical moment in their growth and development. Surely they could be hanging their manager out to dry. Like, what's everyone's take? I mean, you got the weird bid for Osimhen. They're not going in hard enough yet for Jesus. Is that maybe because they're just kind of dipping their toe in until they sell players? What do you think is going on with Arsenal?
I'm confused by the fact that they've bid for two different types of strikers. Gabriel Jesus and Osimhen do not play the same style. You could argue that they're similar players, but Jesus likes to drop in. Osimhen likes to run in behind. Osimhen's a lot more physical than Gabriel Jesus. I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know what they want up front. Like, at this point, Arsenal are if what they're doing is waiting until they've generated money, they're seriously running a risk of cutting themselves off from top four because every other club around them is not doing that.
Money from who? Who they selling?
Exactly.
Who's no only who? What, they selling Saka? Who are they earning money from? Who are they selling?
Shaka.
Maybe Saliba. Maybe
Shaka.
Shaka. Pepe, they can get some money for Pepe.
They've still got the Aubameyang wages. They've still got the Aubameyang wages they saved. Don't worry. They've still got the Aubameyang wages.
I've got this question. I would love to know who they're selling.
No, but seriously though, look, at the end, what it comes down to is, look, Osimhen obviously is my guy in it, and obviously I've watched Osimhen extensively. Obviously, Nigeria as well. He's better than Jesus in it.
You're Nigerian.
Yeah.
For your English, bro. I swear. See.
Oh, I thought he said is Osimhen Nigerian.
No, I've seen you moaning about the England squad and everything. You know, I'm only joking.
Terry's Irish as well, by the way, and he doesn't.
Irish and French. Irish and French. You know, I am biracial. I'm biracial.
Biracial.
No, Osimhen's good, but I don't. Yeah, he's obviously he's got the clunkiness to him as well. So, Arsenal are strange, innit? Like, Arsenal are a strange club. They do their thing and hold tight their minute. We'll see how it goes. But the question I have for Arsenal, and obviously there's no Arsenal fan on the panel, so I guess we just have to answer it. Is what is the ceiling though for Arsenal as a team, like under Arteta and with the players that they've got? Because sometimes I look at their transfer targets and think, oh, okay, do you know what? That's a bit of a good signing to come into this team. Then you just end up seeing that the player either doesn't come or doesn't live up to expectations. So, what is the ceiling for Arsenal? Like, what can you expect for Arsenal next season and in the coming years?
I think they've hit their ceiling really under Arteta. I don't think they're going any further than that. I mean, this process that they're trying to do and all that, it looks like from what they're linked with, they don't know what they're doing. Or it could be that with Sterling, the names like Sterling, Jesus and Zinchenko, they're just basically going after Pep's cast-offs from Man City. Now he's done with them, like for theirs, like following Pep from when he was a coach, like number 2. It just doesn't seem like they have any plans on what they want to do. I think when you've got a young striker like that coming in, like potentially coming from Napoli as well, you've got a manager that I don't think can elevate him anymore, because I think Arteta's at his peak now because he's like new to manager. So I don't think he's going to get much more out of any new strikers, especially with the new youngster they brought in as well, Marquinhos. He's young as well. I think they do need to buy experienced players to help them because I think they may struggle, especially playing Thursday night as well next season. I don't think you'll see them kick on from fifth. I think you'll see them regress.
I
I want to
believe
circle
them
to
this season
Terry's
with the good one.
question real quick. Sorry, man. I was gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you
because
go.
I wanted to come to you next, Dan, because obviously there's a big rumor over the weekend that they are going to come in for Bowen. And I saw your tweet. It's why I wanted to bring it up today, where there was a lot of gooners saying like he would absolutely love, like he would chomp at the bit to swap Arsenal for West Ham at this point, which you vehemently disagree with.
Yeah, that is absolutely ridiculous. Like they're so not all of them, because I know some down to earth ones, but a lot of them are seriously deluded that they think that they're in a position where, you know, someone like Bowen, who's been linked with Liverpool, who, you know, I did a show with Grizz Khan the other day, who told me that Liverpool are seriously interested in him and they see him as potentially the guy after Salah goes to come in and, you know, fill that role. So why is it that that's what Liverpool insiders are saying? But anyway, well, why is it that he's going to go to Arsenal? Like if he's going to leave West Ham, he's going to want to take a bigger leap and go to a more reputable club, because yes, Arsenal have history, but players don't move to clubs for history anymore. They move to clubs for the future. What can I achieve in the future? Do you think he's going to go to flipping Moyes and go, Moyes, I'm handing a transfer request. Arsenal want me. The another thing they were saying was, oh yeah, good squad player, be good backup, good to come off the bench. It's like, who do you think you are? Like, realistically, like you scraped, fifth. You got fifth last season. Sorry, you just fallen short of the top four, and because you had no Europe, and now all of a sudden you think you're these big heavy hitters again, and you're Champions League, and we can go around and take all of these top players from the teams in and around us. No, like he needs to. If Bowen leaves, he's gonna want to go to a club that is a serious level up. Okay, so I'm at West Ham. I'm in and around them European places. Where's the next improvement from there? Well, a club challenging, or a club playing in the Champions League consistently. That's where you go, and it's a level up. If he goes to Arsenal, what is he really achieving at Arsenal that is this big step up? So I just think their fans are deluded and arrogant. He can warm the bench.
So Dan, you think that West Ham and Arsenal are the same level?
I know. What I'm saying is, from a transfer perspective, I'm saying it's not that big of a jump that's worth going to leave. Unless
Arsenal aren't going to offer anything new. Bowen has played Europa League football this season, so he's not like getting a new experience at a new level of football. So what is the attraction? He plays in a big stadium as is.
They'd have to pay him crazy money. That's it. It'd be like, here, we're going to triple your salary. That's it. And I think with them, quickly just touch on Terry's original question. I think they had a Europa League budget and a Champions League budget. They thought they was going to be playing with the Champions League budget. Now they're playing with the Europa League budget. They're seeing, can we get to that Champions League budget through sales? And they're damn sure they're talking about £35 million for Bowen. Impossible. What are they smoking? Impossible. £35 million.
We were quoted 60. We were told 60 million or nothing.
Yeah, but this is Arsenal, because Arsenal is
you ain't got to take a pull. That's why.
I think it is. I think you're pulling the great point there. There was Champions League budget versus Europa League budget. There was that first of all, and we'll get on to what Arsenal fans should be demanding here. I kind of feel like this is someone in the comments. Terry, why are you quoting fifth tier sources? It's not about the fifth tier. I mean, Charles Watts is not a fifth tier source, is he? Like he's the guy that said this point. Whether or not you've bid for Victor Osimhen or not, I don't care. We obviously know that the European press don't do the semantics that the English press do. If you speak to an intermediary and go, oh, would 50 million be enough for Victor? In Europe, I go, that's a bid, bruv. You're putting in an offer. Over here, it's like, well, no, it actually went through an intermediary, so it's not really an official bid. No real football fans care about the semantics. We really don't. It's boring, right? But whether it bid for Victor Osimhen or not, it doesn't matter. It literally is irrelevant to this conversation. I'm just sort of sharing it as Arsenal news. I don't think Arsenal are looking per se to sell before they buy. I think this is them spinning a line, because what the likes of Ben Jacobs and what the likes of nearly every other single journalist who speaks about Arsenal has said is true. Players like Yuri Tillemans, players like Gabriel Jesus are interested in Arsenal because they are Arsenal Football Club, and the project is pretty good. They improved last year, and if all those players joined, if Tillemans and Saliba comes back in and Gabriel Jesus goes in and starts scoring goals, Arsenal will be, in my opinion, a better team than last year. But those players are sitting on the fence and waiting. Well, let's just wait a minute to see who else might come in for me. I think that's Arsenal's journalists don't want to come out and say that. That's why when journalists that are non-Arsenal specific get cooked by gooners when they come out and say those things. Well, no, our journalists aren't saying that. Well, of course they're not. You haven't got the stomach to handle that truth. That just like Man United, players are umming and ahhing about whether to join us. Man United were much further along the line for Darwin Núñez. They had personal terms tied up. It was getting closer. The player was really interested in joining. And then Liverpool made their move. As soon as Liverpool made their move, bang, that head was turned. Listen, guys, thank you very much. I like the offer, but I'm off down the road a bit. And I'm a Man United fan, and I can accept it. Why? Because I understand reality. I understand reality and where we are right now. I'm not pained by that news. I'm pained by how we're run. And I think Gooners, listen, I think Arsenal could still have a very good summer. I think that they need to buy experience more than youngsters. They need those 24 to 27-year-olds to come in and improve that core strength, because I think another year of Saka and Martinelli being told to run the show, I think could burn those players out. It really, really could. So I think
quite soon Arsenal are going to be in competition with Newcastle to be able to get older players. I think Newcastle will start pulling. Bruno Gomares is one. I think they're both after Savic as well. What's his name? I can't never pronounce it. Milenko Savic or something like that. They're both after him as they're after him as well. I can see Newcastle with the money and all that being a more profitable proposition for players in the near future than Arsenal, because I don't think they're going anywhere under Arteta.
Mate, I give it a week before the Danny Ings link start up again, and they start talking about bringing Danny Ings to the Emirates.
I think Arsenal can sign these players, but I really think it matters who else comes in. I think if Chelsea went all out and said to Gabriel Jesus, you will be our main number 9, like not bit part player, you will be the guy to replace Lukaku. I don't understand why he picks Arsenal over Chelsea. That's not a dig at Arsenal. The same as if Frankie de Jong's happy to join us and City come in and go, you are going to be our main new midfielder. You're going to play regularly. You're the guy. Why is he picking us? He isn't. He's going to go. So he has no loyalty.